for 20 of February 2023. Yes. Now, our Amba history, where I the one bring am for we today again. As I don't talk, I will continue for repeat many of the things the way I don't talk for we as Ambazonians. But we take a more note am. Because a people where they don't know their history, they don't fit go nowhere. Because their ignorance, it go keep them in their bondage and in their suffering. And when they go check, say, it be the right thing, we no correct. The first thing I want to talk for Ambazonians today now for send 21 gun salute for all the Ambazonians, the way they did for home front. Those are the first fighters. The second 21 gun salute, the way I want to send them for Ambazonian people, them. Now the one the way under shine, under rain. They don't remain. For talk say, we must go for Boya. They follow the line of the truth. People then come with formulated stories and saying our truth. Some they jump, go follow them. But at the end of the day, they discover say no be truth. They jump at back because they be doubting Thomases. Jesus no be condemn Thomas. If he tells you, okay, Thomas, now you don't see, you don't believe. And so I want to announce for all the Ambazonians, the way they be of goodwill, where they be jump come out, go for all kind by kind group them. They forget say, got a timetable. It been as say our independence, we don't be restored on the 1st of October 2017. And that groups them, where they still go ahead and hear someone that they raise money for somewhere and so on. Where for Nigeria for 2017, we will merge all the groups them, come up with the interim government for face La Republic as a government, as it be in the days of Foncha. But some people where they be supporters of La Republic, knowingly or unknowingly, they decide to go with groups. But every civic and current event where it happen, it is proof for we say we go closer and closer to the decision where will be taken for be a government. And I want to emphasize that we don't be that government, because we get everything where the United Nations, the AU, and other nations of the world, and the people we call us the international community, we get everything where they need for know and see and talk say this one now a country. We get them. And after saying that, I want for talk say on the 25th of this month, that means next Saturday, this Saturday where they come so, we get a very big occasion, the federal draft. The government of Ambazonia, it carry out a federal draft. This draft, now for make sure they take care of the business for home front. And many Ambazonians, they do they for home front and the diaspora, they know the kind of business we want to take care of. So one for invite Ambazonians and friends for come in and support this interim government, because I want to tell Ambazonians, they say, this interim government, it never mortgage any of our resources, not as yet, for any country. They never mortgage them. Some individuals, they don't wake up, they try for mortgage them. They discover, say, this 21st century, Ambazonians, they don't be fools again. And so, everything be stayed. Now, we don't wait. Make international community, as we call them, may they give way our restored nation our 55th nation of Africa, but she don't mute because their machines they still grind. But we, the Ambazonians, we don't go ahead and we don't take back our land and we fight by ourselves. I want to tell Ambazonians, say no be nobody for any country it could fit give we our land. Now we ourselves we go take them. And that one are the business way this interim government it don't engage for do. So please go back to your local government area, go back to your county. But before you want go, make sure you find out who be the authentic chairperson for your LGA or for your county. Because plenty day out there, I mean many groups, where did they claim, but we know know and we know hear and we know see which way it do. So before you want go for your LGA, if you get any doubt, call we for instance ABC Amba TV, and we will be able to advise you. Remember, now we number in that way they did for line. I don't get some people they for home from where they don't call. They ask a number of things, and now they be happy. So please don't neglect anything where we talk for here. And make you no ever forget, say this interim government, especially on ABC here, and on our Amba history, with the endeavor for make sure that we tell you the highest of truths to our best knowledge. That is why we encourage the Ambazonian people, where they don't run, go for other social media. Some they don't ton. Today they will hear one thing, tomorrow they will hear another thing. And some they don't be confused and they don't come back for interim government. You better come back to your ABC. Because for here, we want to teach you which way you don't know. We want to instruct you. We want to advise you. And we want to warn you. And in so doing, we must do it in truth and in sincerity. When I remember, say this we fight. Now fight for truth. Now fight for restore the laws of our land and for respect that law of the land. So if we try anything, I will not restore the law of the land. Any man to wake up can talk his own, create your own idea. Servant they don't elect them. Make the help we for direct their affairs. They suddenly become demigods, and their word now final. No, that's not the kind of Ambazonia we want for Bill. We want to go back in the days of John Go Foncha, Dr. E.M.L. Ndele, Gomjoa, and so on. And want to go back for those days. So Ambazonians, before we continue, I want to give you this musical pause. Make you know, say, Papa God, he know your name. Somebody don't talk, say, why you play only do one music? Please, I want to tell the Ambazonian, they say, plenty Ambazonian, then they don't sing with the talent where Papa God give them, but many of them don't go call them. When we play them for here, they suspend we. So if you get your music where you never code them so that make the suspend we, send them for we. And we will play them gladly. We will gladly play them for you. For tell the people, I don't want to go begin bring, I want to tell you who owns the land. No, we don't want that foreign music. Yeah. We want to play with own country music. Because Papa God, it make we very special. We are not tribalistic and we are not racist. But we do just want to talk, say, any Ambazonian way he get music, we don't sing them. This time around, we want to play them for the next 3-4 years, even when we get back home, so that maybe they know the artists, the way they come up for Ambazonia. La Republic don't overdo we. Yeah, and they bring brasseries for do we too. Make we confused, drink certain a piece. Brother, Reverend, come in and sing to us. Oh,
Almighty
dear Papa
Father,
God, to talk first.
Papa, now you love me so, and you know my name. I give you glory. Abba Father, you know me, you know my name. Abba Father, you know me, you know my name. Abba Father, you know me, you know my name. You know my name more than the air. You know me, you know my name. I can see your hand in my life. Lord, I see your love upon me. Every time I look around, now you are the see. Every time I turn around, now you are the view. I dey hear your voice in my heart. Lord, I feel your love over me. Every time I look around, now you are the see. Every time I turn around, now you are the below. Abba Father, you know my name. Papa, you know me. Yelele, 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 yelele. Yelele, 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 yelele. Yeah, yeah. Jesus, your love, now oh. My master, your kindness, now wonder oh. Every time I look around, now you are the sea. Every time I turn around, now you are the view. Jesus, you said I be a picking, no. Jesus, you said your love will cover me. Every time I look around, now you are the sea. Every time I look around, now you are the pillow. Abba Father, you know me, you know my name.
Yes. Thank you very much, beloved brother. I don't talk for Ambazonian people them for audio, and I want to repeat what I talk for audio for here. Tell Ambazonian people and say, this God will the serve am, is not the sleep. And when people then come out, can't confess with their mouth, say they believe, say this battle, this fight, now Papa God ordain them. I they agree with them. But the big question why they ask and I say, they only talk for mob or they actually believe which way did they talk. Because if you believe, say, now Papa God ordained this fight, then we must fight according to how way they direct. And if you don't know how way they direct, and people they know they know how way they direct, the only way we benefit from the directives where Papa God they direct, now for humble yourself. Because the way of Papa God it be different from the way of the people of the world. During time for church and politics, I be tell Ambazonians and I be make Ambazonians make them know, say the definition of politics where they don't define them for quarter them for Africa and for Cameroon in particular, and some unfortunate Ambazonians they don't copy them. It means say you condemn the materials where your brother it take and build house there. You condemn and so it's time for feel ashamed. Then throw away the materials. Or even not throw them. You will don't condemn the material them. You go inside, they take the material them. Can't start for build your own house with the same material them. We don't condemn them. Now the definition of politics that in the world for people who don't know God. But I don't come here as a seer, as a child of God, and as a historian for tell you say that definition it be wrong in every ramification for all corner them. That is a wrong definition. If that one be the true definition, I go tell you what you say, God no get hand for politics. And so the people of the world, they be left on their own for ride on their high horses and do it way they fit do. And then fulfill what way grammar talk say survival of the fittest. That means say man will get power. If he beat you, take your house, take everything, take your pikin, take your woman, take your property, carry am go. You know if you do no nothing. Because that one now the survival of the fittest. But unfortunately, that's not which way God put them like politics. That one, me, I don't give the name say politrician. That means say people the way they trick people them. When somebody don't be hungry, it go end up for politics, for trick people them, thief money, where they say they do development for the community. It take an open qua, put them for inside, begin go inside. That one nobody kind politics where I be see I'm small, where I still be very, very young in the early 60s for Ambazonia. That is for Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia or West Cameroon Ambazonia. Now that time when I see sincerity, I don't tell we for here several times. Say right to the villages, Papa God, if you don't put the fear inside man, you will take your granite, you go tie them. Then you put a sign there. So each bundle of granite now 1 shilling or half shilling. Then you put sign for the half shilling. Any man will come buy that granite. You go put a half shilling for day. Take a granite, go ye. Any person will come, you go take that granite. If you get now 5 shillings, you go put the 5 shillings. Take change, carry a granite, go with them. But today, if you put that granite, and you put a 7-year-old Peking, maybe Peking look at them. Before you want to come back for farm, I mean for inside village, you know what see that Peking, and you know what see the granite. That one I will tell you how far this nonsense what they call as civilization and development. It don't come make them. People they eye they open. They turn instead for Satan. And then became blackmail God. Say God now white man God. For kill their conscience. Where did they judge them? They disagree with, they act the way they do. In order for cover them, they pretend for put away the spirit of God and talk saying white man God. But I don't want Ambazonians may they enter for that kind of deception. Because if we enter for that kind of deception, then this fight where we fight, it be in vain. We fight for justice. We fight for maintain law and order. That is why I go still repeat for here in our history. I not be like the way they be bombard down motor them for we brother the way they go through tough times. But I be praise the people where they be born the motor, and then they leave the people, they make them go. Because that one, now a clear indication for we people them. So we mean business. No crime, no day. Where if they no punish them, they go leave them, he go. No. Anarchy go come, any man gonna do what we want for do. Like now for the Republic, what way they survive for day, now man no man. I be there for some meeting yesterday. Some we beloved sister, it testify, they talk how we in those days, if you want for do tourism, you go meet up some man for your own the way, know some man for your own the way, know some man for Douala. They just tell you, say, go down there and start your business. No criteria, no finding out the laws, how you go. He said, just go there and go and start it. I'm telling you, now the same thing that way, when this interim government will start, you hear this of wahala. Now because President Sako, when some people they don't accuse you say we did over sing your name. When somebody do something that is correct, me will talk am. We know say jealousy, hatred, and other human nature than they, Adamic nature will never be transformed by God. Yes, we know say that in day. And so obviously it go day. And so many morally upright Ambazonians, they don't step in. They discover say this man is becoming too straight. That his government, it be very straight. We even hear for home front, how a ARF, when they catch somebody, the next thing what they go do now say, they don't take no ransom. They'll give you a warning and say make you go. I don't know, I know some ARF them way, they don't follow some criminals when I teach people them, collect back money where they don't capture some members of their house, they pay the money. This ARF, they collect back the money from those thieves, give them back for that family. This one not true. I feel talk about with all certainty. Because they build a country where it will be an example in the world. We build a country where it will be a role model for anybody where it is inside this life in any continent for follow. Because Papa God, he don't talk good concerning us. And when he talk good concerning us, we get for follow. Now me, I talk say, I be praise that people the way they be bombon that motor, then they spare the lives of those people. So when we talk say, country Sunday, all the people the way they don't line up with Paul Biya for punish we, they try, they go see him. I also watch another video for discipline for our ARF them, where they catch these people the way we don't talk say me, they don't bring in the poison, where they call and say beer from La Republic. Me, they don't bring them again for Ambazonia. But because they know say La Republic pass law today, after 2-3 months, that law be abrogated. Any man to do what we want to do. Now we don't pass this law a long time ago. And they don't check say, as it happened for La Republic, so it don't happen. So they don't forget. But unfortunately, they discover say, this generation, we will call and say the never again generation, would go by the rule of the law and not by the dictates or the ideas of an individual. Yes. And when they know say we need to go by that dictate of an individual, the next thing we would do now say, we'll give you the punishment. We call it discipline. Even if a discipline, you mean blood come out, but me, you know, die. And I see the ARF them for Balangi, for the control point where they catch that devil in solution, where they produce money. They can't poison weed. They take money, go buy gun, they can't shoot weed then. Then some of our people, they did it for promoter. God forbid bad thing. So when I see that thing, I'll be saying 42 guns salute them for that ARF them. Yes, 42 guns salute for them. For make sure say this ARF them, may they continue with that disciplinary measure. What we don't do also 2-3 times. They can't understand say that people they mean business. I'm telling you, they will sit up. Yes, many of them will sit up. But if we go the route of La Republique and say, well, more forget about constitution now, just do the one way be convenient. When the time come, then we will go for Boya, we'll put constitution. That's not true. That is not true, sir. And then I don't hear some people, they talk, say, well, this one not be time for politics, you want to time for this one. You cannot fight this war without politics. And politics is activities that are associated with governance. If we are not governing, the people where did they fight this battle, there will be a jungle and a kind of a group of people the way they don't get no direction. So when I hear people they talk say, hey, me will not do politics, I they laugh them. Please, Ambazonians, me will be open for learn and know the right thing. Politics is not a bad word, but the quarter for inside Cartier them, for inside quarter them. And people the way they don't deny for learn, they don't agree say politics of a broke money house, build another one, take the same material, build the house. One young man, one of my very close friends, he tell me say, even though he be jump commode, he go for that place, he listen to one statement where our president he be make. He said these people then talk say interim government no they do no nothing, but they don't commode go there. Instead of strategizing by themselves, initiating what way they get for do, but they still try to do copyright and patch. They still hold name say interim government. They still hold name say APP. They still hold name say all the things them. Now, if you know say you want to make a distinction, please create your own name. Leave the name interim government, because interim government no be Dr. Sako be creator. Unfortunately, they try to fight check say na you be creator. The interim constitution no be Dr. Sako, no be under a regime where the judicial department, the legal department, and the legislature, not for a regime where these people then come together. I'm talking about the interim House of Reps. They just changed the name, but not before a regime where they will write constitution. The constitution will don't be. And our strong point now say, if there is anything we will get for do, we get for go by the rule of the law. The constitution get for be amended first before any other addition it be carried out. So when you say 2 years, or when you say 4 months, or when you can say 3 years, we say you take that one. That is practical duplication of La Republique. The thing we don't deny. And that's the thing where many people do not want for here. And so they come up with a lot of stories where we don't tell a lot of them. Ambazonians, in our history today, once more will learn a lesson. I listened to a video, a certain young African, I think from South Africa, where he educate for some white man country. He tell the people there for white man country, say, the problem we there for Africa, now say Africa, 3/4 of the African people today in the world are youths of below 40 years. He talks say 30 years, but me Adam say below 40 years. 3/4 of these people don't know the history of Africa. They don't know the history of slavery. We don't hear how the white man he be torture our parents. And even there in America and Europe, where they be carry out these atrocious acts, especially for Europe, they hide them. They know they teach the American children and the black community where they there how it came about. But they go ahead, undermine them, discriminate them, play their racial divisive politics, put them out of the game. And many of them, where they grow up now, they know the grief for teaching their history. And they talk something very important. So right now, in Africa, when a black African is see a white man, in mentality now say this white man, it come for save ye. Meanwhile, now still the colonization, enslavement, where most of them don't come. That is why African countries, they be stagnant. Because even the good one, the way they get good heart, for rule we in a right way, some of these white devils, they go influence them and make sure that they fight against their own brothers. That's why we get this fight. And then when we see the place very difficult for stay, we run Komando would go for their country. When are we the Bilam? They will still take we Trump for sea or kill we for desert. Now you see, we be in the midst of demons, evil spirits. Wait for your own land, they don't want to make you stay. For their own land, they don't want to make you come. So who said these people they come out? A crop of devils. Me, I understand. Because Bible talks say, Satan don't transform himself to an angel of light. And so we are living with demons where an average person who don't know his history, it believes say, na the savior. We no be savior. Ambazonians, I think we come educate we for this ABC so that we will wake up. So when you wake up, you will be able to save your brother and deliver your brother and give your brother a chance for live according to God a plan for we in this life. Sister, you say, when I remember, just come in and tell us to remember our history so that we fit fight, get back first to God, and then get back to our fatherland. Come in and remind us when I remember. very much, sister. I want to talk here very clearly, for emphasize here very clearly. The major problem of most Amazonians now say they be very religious. Plenty of Amazonians never experience Jesus. Some of them, because evil spirits, they don't come choke their minds, make them for believe in what way they call and say African religion, African tradition, but their lives cannot be transformed. Hatred and jealousy, when only Jesus will move them, they are struggling with it. They don't grab every other thing from white man. They grab your mathematics, they grab your physics, they grab your geography, then they deceive with the, not give you the technical knowledge where they get them, but they can't teach you biology, how to name the 7 parts of a butterfly, and blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, they exploit, they use mathematics, they use physics for discover things and find out things where God don't bury them for ground. Then the fool we. Yes, somebody talk say, they don't know God, but then they do this exploit. We will know God. What we will do? We don't do a lot. Where many of you, now jealousy and hatred, they make a moon and not agree with the way people where they know God, where they don't do. But I also want to tell we say, as we get fake white people the way they are owner for enslaved Africans, so also we get fake pastors and fake church people where they don't come deceive people them for not get a direct encounter with God. I be talk with one precious friend of mine. He talks until he give me a lot of concern. Say God be too big where you know if he ask you question, where something then do where you know if he just if he just dig them out. I should not laugh. I say these people knowing not the law and knowing not the Lord are a curse to themselves. Because how will somebody you claim to be your father, you are too afraid of your father that you cannot go closer to him, you cannot ask him questions? But Ambazonians, listen, God gets secret, and that secret of God, when you attempt to go in there, you are going into a territory where no belong to you. And guess what? You will meet Satan will come and tell you a lot of things that will crowd your mind. And the simple one way if you do them for know your personal relationship with God, you know go do them. Because Satan don't crowd your mind. The one way again for get very close to God, know God, talk with God, Satan will tell you, God is too holy. So just play your religion. You are very sincere in your religion, but you are sincerely wrong. Also very serious, but seriously wrong. Because it not be the building of the cathedral, which I'm not against, where it go make you get access to God. No. Now your relationship. And how is this relationship? He sent somebody who can't die for we. Not your grandfather. Not your ancestor. Somebody tell me, say Jesus now, he can't die for Jewish people. Now Jewish religion. Well, since you don't believe the Bible, because if you believe the Bible, you will read now in the New Testament where Bible clearly say that there is no Jew and there is no Gentile. If you believe in Jesus, whether you are a Jew, you are a church member. Whether you are a Gentile, you are a church member. And many people, Satan don't hide that small phrase for them for no belief. Let me tell you, the gimmicks where they go on now with the politicians, where they accuse Canada, and Canada they counter accuse. A small statement will change the whole thing. Once Canada, if you miss that small thing, instead of being facilitators, they say they be mediators. Now for the way problem come out. Because for facilitate, it not necessarily means say now you be a mediator. Mediator na person way it stand in between one or two people. That means one person, or let me say stand in between two or more people. That is a mediator. We go listen for this group, listen for this camp, neutrally. And when you don't listen with the sincerity of your heart, it no go favor because of the bribe with the wrong jam. It no go favor because of the torture where these people don't get them, but it go straight for the line of justice. That is why we see a lot of people in La République du Cameroon where they will forget the name, say the Minister of Injustice. They go put them, say Minister of Justice. You see the one where they call and say judges, where they will actually call them, say adversaries. Because what are they judging? If Belinga Amugo for La République du Cameroon, if he get one of the concubines for house, when a high court judge, it carry out all this killing, what is the justice where this woman, where they under a murderer, if you render for anybody in the world? Common sense. It talks say when you want for come for equity, make your hands be clean. If you want for she don't judge other people, make you yourself, make your hands be clean. But when you come with blood for your hand, man where you and you sleep the same bed, it don't kill so then you still there with you. Then that's injustice. Ambazonians no one forget into that kind of a mess again. So that's why we tell Ambazonians, pack very well. When the interim government tell you, say, go stand there this day, or we get locked down, please lock down. Many people, because of the carelessness and irrespect of the laws, where they say they put up a La Republic, they don't die untimely deaths in Ambazonia. And when we take the discipline as a government, they say, oh, did they punish the people? Oh, did they punish the people? Now, because many people never know, say they did for inside war. In fact, plenty of Ambazonians, they still talk saying, that their thing. That their thing. They call it that their thing. Very good. But did they reap the consequences of that their thing? Because they know the one for be obedient and take instructions for the person where he get the place. Yes. If the international community, as they call them, up till today, with La République du Cameroon, if they still tell the world, say they don't know who will own Ambazonia, then I'll talk, say, if they bring them for stand line by line with Satan, we'll talk to me Satan, wait first. We'll first finish La République. Because they don't do over. So they pass Satan. Their hearts are wicked above all things. Meaning that they be wicked above Satan. Because Satan be one of the things. And that is way to way we they discover as Ambazonians. Say, as far as this our fight is be concerned, you must come out with truth at all moments. Because if God, we will talk, say, we follow you, and we don't tell La Republic, say, we want justice, we want honesty, then we go begin carry out acts of injustice. Talk lie for people them ahead, for kill them. That is injustice. That's exactly what La Republic don't do for we. And when you go to do this kind of thing, Please tell me, how will you on earth be able for carry out which way you supposed for carry out? We know they. And so Ambazonians, I want to tell we say this battle where we don't engage for it, now a battle of truth. And we fight against lies, a battle of holiness against unholiness, a battle of good against evil. But when you come in there, like what we don't discover with many of our Ambazonian people, the thing we don't know, you go talk am. When a lie, we frame am. And you know saying a lie where you talk. And then you put it, brandish it, in a propaganda. No. God doesn't go by a propaganda, sir. God doesn't go by a propaganda. Wait at the talk. I talk say, make Ambazonians tell the truth as much as it lies within them. Yes, you must not formulate stories to come and tell. Because if that is the case, where we don't decide, say, we're not going to give up. Because now the lies and these other things, the way they don't be according to truth, where they make the church people, when are they be supposed to get right for lead the people of the world? They run commot, leave them for sinners and thieves and liars, so that make they begin put for inside this mess and then bring the world to which way they. So we not go leave them for in our hands. We must stay inside there. If you come in cash way, so we don't take and make a church. Me, particularly, as a historian, as a child of God, as a seer, I go agree. Because you cannot separate me from church. Neither can you separate church from me. And so you cannot separate me and politics. Neither can you separate politics from me. The only way we will try to separate politics from me, now for blackmail and for paint politics, the way we don't be taught over the years, and for say God not be involved in politics. Once I understand, say God not be involved in politics, that very day, I did drop this microphone and I know what talk am again. And I want to see him, make you point them out for me from the Bible. Yes, I don't hear people that talk say, oh, Bible is not perfect. And what about your history book? Who write them? It be perfect. What about the science books, the way you read them? Who write them? They be perfect. Yes, they don't tell you for science. Say if you take hydrochloric acid and you mix them with chlorine, it will give you a certain gaseous. It will give you a certain end product. If you do that experiment and it give you that end product, I want to tell you, say that science, now God make them. The same thing, if you take Bible, bring them together, make experiment, it will give you the same end product. What am I saying? Just take which way God don't talk. Say God sent his son into the world to redeem the world, that any man who believes in him should have salvation and have everlasting life. Bring your sin, accept the Son of God, confess that you are sin to that Son of God, and you see the experiment. You see the end result. So because you know they pay money, you can't remain religious. Say, man, just they try. It's not a matter of man, just they try. Anything in this life, you can experiment it. And when you experiment according to the Creator, it will work. I've seen it work. I've experienced it work. So why do you think it will not work with you? My dear friend, now because Satan don't blind your eyes, so that make you not believe. You believe that at the end of the month, you will receive your salary in the bank. But you don't believe that at the end of the year or the end of the day, when you are no longer here, you have to give an account to God. That salary where you go get them at the end of the month, you don't sweat, you don't work, you don't sacrifice, you don't feel pain. But when it comes to Christianity, to follow Jesus, you want to still remain a smoker and still claim that you are going to church. You want to remain an embezzler and still claim that you know God because you do go church. You want to be a member of a secret society where you will have to sacrifice people's lives, human beings, and so on, like they happen for La Republic. And some of the Ambazonians, where they grew up for La Republic, you want to still be for that kind of a life and believe, say, God, he will hear you and say you will still there with God. Mr. Madam, for follow God in this life, you go sweat too. Like you sweat for get money, like you sweat for that work. No be a walk in the park. So that is why, for tell true, it go pain you. Because some truth in the way, if you no talk them, it go haunt you. And above all, it go kill your conscience. Like many of our people, then way we get confidence, we elect them for we local government them, give them money, they send them for the boys them. They take and go put them for bank. Then they automatically become La Republic. Because once you are a senator, or you are a delegate, or whatever name they call you, you already put feathers on your skin. I will see some of the things that happen for inside some people, the way they become like chief people, they can't enter the interim government, continue with this tiffering. And when they discover, say, the person where it be at the helm, where they lead this group, our chief servant, he hands them be clean. They do everything for entangle him. Some they even poison you. Some they even plan for take you out for places they will just kidnap you. But God, he be alive. If anybody do find out the secret of Dr. Sako, may I reveal the secret today. The secret now God. He not only get a mental accent of God, a mental belief of God, he believe God for inside your heart. And if tomorrow anything happen to him, now God don't permit him. But if you can bring all the armies of France and China and the demons that are occupying La Republic, put them together and bring everything for Hamayi, you do waste time. Because they forgot, Papa got the palm of their hands. Yes, that is the kind of person where it they inside this Ambazonian quest. And we don't see, say, all stones where they don't throw away for you. As the one fall for his king, there'll be a kuncha. Because right now, I don't want to go into the rubbish, but I want to tell you, say, if you go inside all the people the way they don't point finger about Dr. Sako, there are skeletons in their cupboards. So they be the hide them, but they don't begin come out now. But now they be the shout. So Ambazonians follow the truth, and the truth na Papa God through his picking Jesus. And when you follow that Papa God, I am telling you, with 300 of Gideon's army, he could go out, defeat the armies of the world, like it will happen in the battle of Armageddon, where it don't predict of the Bible say it go come. It go happen. And very soon it go happen. But before it won't happen, we did taste them now. And so I did invite all Ambazonians, taste and see that the Lord is good. And again, The Lord no be a walk in the park where you go freely live in your cheating, embezzling from one woman to another, drink all kinds of booze, alcoholic beverages where they confuse you. Like one gentleman, I don't call his name, they be respect you, but we don't go drink drunk. He go start for talk rubbish, because that is the medicine where the Republic, it don't poison them, and then we get this confusion. Just like the confusion they go on for the Republic, they try to bring them for inside this interim government, and someday where they still run, and some people they still follow. Father, I dey pray say the Ambazonian, the way they want for really go for Ambazonian, make you open their eyes, make they see say all that group them where they don't exist since the time immemorial, we don't bring all of them under the interim government. And because of selfishness, jealousy, belief for some people, the way they want to feed themselves, they still hold tight for a group the way they don't destroy them. Just like Jesus Christ become, it be the end of the law for people the way they believe. But we still get denomination then today where they propagate 10 commandments where they know they keep even one. Papa, with the prayer, say you go open the eyes of the people of Ambazonia. They genuine want them. May they jump come out from that fire of hell. Enter for this train where they go now at a very high speed towards Boya. Thank you, because I know say you don't hear where I don't answer. Ambazonians, go back for your LGA. Join your LGA. When I discuss for our LGA. And I'm telling you, you're not going to regret. Well, Almighty God, when I somewhere like I'm too much, more bring them. Just sing them for inside here now. Almighty God, Oto Sowoji. I overlike that song. And then we'll be coming to an end for this particular program today.
Almighty God, there is no one as good as you. There is no one who can do things like you. No, no, no. Because you are so good.
On the sword, and the valley time I walk, and for me, Muawole. On the sword, and the valley time I walk, and for me, Muawole. So I see, me Muawole, me Muawole. So I like, me Muawole, Fimi muawole, tatao, 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 so much tatao, 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 so much tatao. Wabuta, 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 wabuta,
Gaiwe,
wabuta,
Gaiwe,
wabuta,
Gamuwe,
wabuta,
Gaiwe,
wabuta,
Gaiwe,
wabuta,
Gamuwe,
wabuta,
Gaiwe,
wabuta,
Gaiwe,
wabuta. Oto sowoji, and the valley tema wo, Memphuyemi muawole, tatao. Oto sowoji, and the valley tema wo, Memphuyemi muawole, tatao. Yemi muawole, tatao. Ono kimi muawole, tatao. So when I try, yemi muawole. So